Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Update. It is February 13th, 2024, and the snow is done. It was a sloppy storm. Just a sloppy snow. Very wet, very waterlogged. He's looking at the weather map where there's actually another slow-moving cold front that's over extreme northwestern New York. That's going to be making its way toward our area later tonight into tomorrow. It's not all that cold out right now. You could see the clouds kind of cleared out this evening, and then they're kind of coming back in a little bit here. You could see this is probably part of that cold front that we have. You can also see some lake effect. Just by looking at this, you can see that's lake effect clouds and some lake effect snow right there. The storm definitely was, a little bit worse than I expected, but I mean, I wasn't that far off, I think, with the numbers. So we're going to go and look at our snowfall totals here so far. This is as of 5:14, so the storm's pretty much done. And we'll first go over Long Island first, and then I'll look at some of the other areas first. So, Nassau County. So the North Shore, of course, got over 6 inches, like Locust Valley, 8.7 inches. Glen Cove, 8.1. Syosset got 7.5. But as you work your way south, here's East Williston, 5.7 inches. Hicksville, 5 inches. Carl Place, 5 inches. So it wasn't that far off. Remember, I did have to raise it because of the change in the storm track. Suffolk County, again, the North Shore, Comac, 8 inches. Stony Brook, 7 inches. Ridge got 6.5 inches. Center Reach got 6 inches. Upton got 5.5 inches. Hampton Bays got 5 inches. Mount Sinai got 5 inches. Brookhaven National Laboratory got 5 inches. Islip Airport only 4.3 inches. As you go toward the South Shore of Suffolk, it gets less. Riverhead 4 inches. Calverton 4 inches. Mastic only 3.5 inches. Sayville only 2.8 inches. So as you went further south, really wasn't a whole lot of snow. Looking at the city, Central Park got 3.2 inches. That's all Central Park got from this storm, because again, it was dynamically driven, and where it took longer to cool down is where you got less. Brooklyn, Coney Island though got 6.9 inches. So that's kind of interesting there. Looking at Queens, Howard Beach got 5.7 inches. JFK Airport got 4.2 inches. Staten Island got 3.3 inches. But by far the higher amounts are north and west of the city. So in Connecticut, in places like Fairfield County and Newton, 13.8 inches. Sandy Hook, 11.1 inches. New Canaan, 9.2 inches. So these are the areas that got affected. Bridgeport, as you get further south, a little less, 7.6 inches. In New Haven County, Waterbury got 12.5 inches. That's northern New Haven County. As you make your way down to Milford, it was more like 9 inches. In Bergen County, play at Rivervale, got 9.8 inches. Essex Falls got 9.5 inches. And Essex Fells, I should say, in Essex County. These are the areas that were harder hit as you make your way south in Jersey. It's less. Harrison, 5.5. Passaic, again, northern part of the county, 9.5 in Clifton. In Union County, New Providence, again, that's north and west, 7.9 inches. But Newark Airport only got 4.9 inches. All right. Orange County, this area was pounded. Warwick, 13.4 inches. Monroe, 13 inches. Chester, 12.8 inches. Salisbury Mills, 11.6 inches. So these are the areas that got a lot more snow. Putnam County also. Fanistick Stock State Park, 12.1 inches in Mahopac. These areas got, and Rockland County, Stony Point, 10.5 inches. Nanuet, 10.3 inches. And in Westchester, Peekskill, 13 inches of snow. Yorktown Heights, 10 inches of snow. And also Hartsdale, 7.2 inches. White Plains got 7 inches. So definitely more of a storm to the north and west, as I expected it would be. I never thought that these high numbers would come to Long Island, and they didn't. Though we're still missing some reports from the east end of Suffolk County here. I don't see anything from... I see Hampton Bays at 5 inches, but I'm curious about Montauk and see and what they got out there, because the snow hung on a little bit longer out there. Took a little longer to exit from the east end as the storm moved away from us. And we're going to be dealing with icy conditions because all that snow melt is now freezing tonight as the temperatures drop below freezing, and that's another problem. You see, could be a few snow snow showers on the radar here. You see here, we're going to look at the radar in a moment here. Still got a lot of clouds. It's saying sunny tomorrow and 36, but we'll take a look at some of the soundings. Let's see, there may be some clouds around tomorrow. We'll have to take a look at that. So let's go look at the radar. Our storm is long gone now, so you can see snow showers, lake effect upstate. Definitely some snow going on upstate right now. So I'm kind of curious what Philadelphia has as far as snow reports go. Of course, they're not going to they don't ever link their snow reports here. Of course, they didn't really wind up getting that much in that area. So we'll go to text products and we'll see a public information statement and see what they have here. So not huge amounts. Burlington 2.1 inches. This is more inland here. The higher amounts further north, like Hunterdon County, 8 inches. Mercer County, around Trenton, 4.2 inches. Metuchen in Middlesex County, 6.1. As you work your way down to Edison, it's 4.3. And then in Monmouth County, Freehold got 5.1 inches, but then as you work your way down to the shore area, Red Bank was only 2 inches. Morris County, again, northern part of Jersey, these areas got hit harder, like Green Pond, 11.5 inches. In Kinnelon, 10 inches. Lake Hopatcong, 9.2 inches. Roxbury Township, 8 inches. Only one report from Ocean County, 2 miles northeast of Brick, 1.7 inches. That's northeast of Brick. Toms River got nothing out of it. Somerset County and Watchung, 8.5 inches there. Sussex County really pounded. Sussex, 15 inches. Sparta, 12.5 inches. So, yeah, they got, in the mountains, they really got a lot of snow. Blairstown in Warren County, 12 inches. So that north and west area really got a decent amount in New Jersey. As far as local storm reports, I don't think we're going to see any of these here listed. Let's see what we got here. All right, there was some coastal flood being reported at Manasquan. So we did have some coastal flooding going on. We did have some on Long Island as well. I think they had to close the Wantagh Parkway for a little bit as well. Nothing too major because of those northerly winds that we experienced throughout the storm. So looking at power outage numbers right now, New York, we're down to only 1,175. New Jersey's down to 1,035. There's a lot out in Pennsylvania, though, 66,727. And it's because of that heavy, wet snow that just, stuck to the tree branches. And you've seen that in Massachusetts, too. We got 17,000, mostly on the Cape. It seems like they're getting pounded pretty hard. The Cape got pounded pretty hard with the snow as well. Kind of curious to see how much snow they've gotten out there so far. Let's see if we can get some snowfall reports here. All right, they have a map of snowfall reports that we can use. I wish we'd have this. So this is the map, and you can see the Cape. Yeah, they got some 8-inch amounts. Nothing crazy, though. Nothing crazy. But they definitely did better than we did. You can see here 2.5 only being reported. 3.6, and so here's some East End reports here, 3.6 in Cutchogue. So, yeah, not that much on the East End at all. It's mainly the North Shore. Not that much at all. And then, of course, north and west with these snowfall amounts. So, looking at our observations right now, we'll go to our observations. And, again, this is our satellite image. Again, we already kind of looked at that already, but these are our current observations. We're above freezing, 34 degrees at Islip, 37. Actually, temperatures went up after the snow stopped, which, like I said, this was all dynamically driven. That's what made it such a challenge. And when it snowed heavy, it was enough to get the temperature down to the freezing mark, and that got it to stick onto the roads, which the models weren't indicating the temperature going down that low, but it did. You could see here the snow. It even had looked like light rain being reported in the morning, and then it changed to light snow at Islip around 7 a.m., and then it was steady to moderate snow around 8 a.m., and then it became heavy snow from 9 a.m. through, I guess we had a period of, heavy snow from about 9:40 to 11:40. So 2 hours of heavy snow at Islip, and you could see those gusty winds there. But once the snow stopped and it started getting lighter, the temperature actually rose back up again to the mid-30s. And, that's pretty much what the story is. And, of course, nothing fell in Ocean. Nothing fell in Toms River Ocean County from Toms River southward. So while the Long Island Pine Barrens has this snow on it, and it's like a very sloppy snow, New Jersey doesn't have any in theirs. So we'll go look at our highs and lows for today. So highs only made it to the upper 30s today, pretty much across the area, upper 30s to 40. Not a big range in temperatures, and around 30 this morning, I guess. But we'll see those temperatures definitely drop. I want to look at liquid equivalent precipitation in the past. We'll just do 24-hour liquid equivalent. This will kind of show. I don't know if this is showing all the liquid equivalent or not. It's I find it hard to believe that ISOP only got 0.72 of liquid equivalent. So I don't know if anyone's really measuring that. 2.40. This might be a little more. Or 1.02 might be a little more like it, because definitely got over an inch of liquid from that. I'm sure, and you see near an inch in Toms River, where it was mostly rain. So I don't know. They don't seem to be reporting the liquid equivalents. I think these are higher than this, for sure. Because the snow is just very, very waterlogged, very, very waterlogged. And I wish they would have a. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll look at the official observation report, and we'll see what that says. So let's go over there right now. We'll go to the official observation report here from iSlip. Let's get this out here, and we'll go ahead and look at this. So all right. So high of 39, low of 32. Believe it or not, we're still 3 degrees above normal today when we look at the average. It's saying precipitation 0.72 of liquid equivalent, so I'm surprised that's all it was. But that's all it was, I guess. Looking at Central Park, 2 degrees above normal for the day, and that's 0.77 liquid equivalent here. And you see the snowfall, 3.2 inches at Central Park. Islip got 4.3 inches. Look at Bridgeport, probably a little bit more there. Let's see, snowfall 7.3 inches. So yeah, the more north you go, but still only showing 0.75 liquid equivalent, which kind of surprises me a little bit. JFK showing 0.65 liquid equivalent and 4.2 inches of snow. But still above normal temperatures today by a little bit. So now that we're gotten all that out of the way, and again, just a look at what it looked like this afternoon, just kind of staying kind of cloudy. You can see the snow there staying kind of cloudy. This is what the sky looked like. We had this decavulticumulus around. You can see kind of just, and this is what it looked like tonight again. Rather calm, and you can see the snow, very wet, just very wet snow. And it's also, this is what it looks like in my area by the school. And, yeah, this is a sheet of ice, by the way. I don't know. They haven't put any salt down. This is going to be fun in the morning for people to deal with. Not fun at all. I'm being totally sarcastic. But anyway, let's go to the HRRR model next, and we'll go to the 0Z run of the HRRR. And we'll first look at precipitation. You can see those snow showers there, and they're going to stay upstate. I don't think we'll see any of that. And tomorrow you'll see the isobars are tight, so that means it's going to be breezy conditions. And then as we get to tomorrow night, the winds relax, and you'll see here as we get into Thursday, this is our next Clipper-type system here that's going to approach us later in the evening, Thursday night into Friday morning. That's our next Clipper-type system. So first we'll look at our dew points and wind flow, because obviously the air is not all that cool out there. Dew points are still in the mid-20s. This isn't really even polar air, but you'll see that polar air start to build in tomorrow. Dew points do drop into the teens, especially over Long Island. You see that, especially in New England, especially, they're going to get into the colder part of this air mass. Unfortunately, it's such a glancing blow. We're not really going to get into that. And then as we get into Thursday, with the northwest winds turn to westerly and then southwesterly and southerly, which will bring an increase in temperatures. So looking at our air temperatures here overnight, we are going to drop below freezing. We're probably going to be, by the time we get going in the morning, it's probably going to be in the mid-20s, so it's going to be pretty chilly out there with that wind especially, and that's all going to freeze. And then HRRR doesn't think we make it out above 30 tomorrow. A lot of forecasters are saying 35 tomorrow, but the HRRR seems to think that we're going to stay below that. And with the snow cover, I tend to agree that it's going to be cooler, and we're going to struggle to make it up to freezing. And then tomorrow night, it's going to be pretty chilly tomorrow night with lows probably in the teens, especially if we get any radiational cooling. And then you see how quick the temperature drops off going south. And then for Thursday, we're going above freezing again, though it's still showing a struggle to get above freezing, even on the HRRR with that southerly wind, which is kind of interesting. We'll have to look at some of the other models for that. But I want to look at some soundings. So we're going to look at midday and take a look at the situation with our skies here and look at the soundings here, because we do have some lines that kind of getting close over here and then over here at the bottom. However, I'm not seeing, let's see if we could put it over New Jersey here, see if it shows a little more. It really looks like there won't be that many clouds here. This is 16Z, but if I move it, I think, to 18Z, I think we'll see a few more clouds here enter the picture. Let's see if I'm right. It's still staying pretty far apart, so it still looks like, despite the satellite, it's showing a decent spread for the skies as far as sunshine goes. So we should see plenty of sunshine tomorrow. This is the GFS, the temperature. Similar picture to the HRRR. So I don't know where they're getting there. Thinking the highs are going to get above freezing tomorrow. With that snow cover, it's going to struggle. Thursday, I think we'll make it above freezing to the mid-30s. And then, again, ahead of that front, we have that southerly wind here. Well, it's still showing a westerly wind of the GFS. Here's the GFS, by the way. All right. But the core of that colder, and then ahead of that storm, it'll warm up. And then our next system comes in on Friday, bringing another shot of cooler air again, northwesterly winds with that behind that Clipper system. All right, so let's go look at our skies now that we looked at all that, and look at these sky models. All right, so GFS showing it clears out, and tomorrow the clouds pretty much stay to the north and the west, and we don't really see too many clouds over us tomorrow. And then for Thursday, we'll have the increasing high clouds. And then Friday, we have that Clipper, but then here comes the next system, which could bring more clouds into our area. That's the GFS. We'll go to the RGEM sky model here. And the RGEM, obviously, very optimistic about sky conditions. It has some clouds to start, and then mostly sunny throughout the day, just mostly sunny and breezy. Thursday, we'll start off with sun, and then the high clouds increase. Friday, it's showing mostly sunny conditions, but perhaps some high clouds off to the south. We'll have to watch that because, again, looking at this satellite here, I see a lot of clouds here. I mean, you see a lot of clouds here that is upstream. We'll have to see what happens with this, and we'll know in the morning how it's going to turn out for tomorrow. But it should be pretty with the snow. Though it's because it's this heavy, wet snow. It's not too pleasant to walk in. I'll just put it that way. It's really not. It's really not very pleasant at all to walk in, actually. So I guess that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. And, of course, with these temperatures dropping below freezing, it's going to be pretty chilly, pretty slippery with the ice tomorrow morning. It's not going to be fun at all, so be careful. Have a good night.